Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading. I am going to, this is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. If you don't know your rising, check the link below. There's a little link to a cafe astrology calculator that you can work it out, and then you can find out which videos you should be reading. This is a reading for June 3rd to the 10th. I'll be doing a 4-part reading. The first one will be past, present, and future, but don't get hung up on time because the past is just memory, the future is just desire, and the present is a present. Then I will be doing your shadow and ego spread, which is your shadow is your vulnerabilities, what you try and hide from the world. Your ego is what you present to the world to try and hide those vulnerabilities. Then I'll pull out cards for your influences and obstacles. So influence working in your favour, obstacles working against you, and that's usually external energies. Then I'll take cards from Spirit as guidance and advice for the coming week. So let's see what is in your past position. Oh, Sag. Oh, that's good. Ah. Oh. That's too many. So a card just flew out there and landed on top of the past card after I've just put out the present one. So I'm going to read that as that. A truth has frozen over your heart. That's the past energy that you're bringing in. Overall card for this part of the reading is the Ace of Materials in reverse. You didn't get something that you really, really wanted. Job, house move, course you want to study on, something that would have led you to some sort of element of stability. You didn't get the thing. Did you put tickets on the bounty? It could have been that. I'm sorry you didn't win the big bounty. Hopefully it's me tonight. You didn't get something you wanted. In the past position, you learned Ace of Voices, Ace of Swords. You learned a truth. You were given an idea of something. Some grand divine wisdom came to you. I'm hearing this is that you learned something. And it froze your heart over so that you couldn't be hurt anymore by it. I fully vibe. That's the energy you're bringing into the present just now. Frozen heart. In the present position, we have 3 of emotions. That's friendships and reconciliation. Beside that, we have the world. That's completion, wholeness. Now, that can also represent endings, because when you complete a puzzle, you end the puzzle. So completion sometimes, well, a lot of the time means endings. You complete something, it's ended. You no longer have work to do on it. I think you are closing up friendships that no longer serve you. I think you're realizing that some roots are dead ends for you. See here as well, these 3 chickaroos are holding the moon in various stages. So this is friends past, present, and future. This is friends of young, old, everything. You're just closing the door on a lot of people who are not going to be adding to your energy for the next little while. Where your energies are going now, your desires. Fool in reverse, afraid to take a risk, or reluctant to take a risk, or maybe taking a risk that you shouldn't be taking. That's Lovers, isn't it? Yes, Lovers in reverse. I was looking at it for ages going, what is that? Because I'm used to seeing it like that. Lovers in reverse. For some reason in my head, these should be the right way up. What I'm hearing is they should be the right way up. Where you're wanting to go just now is you want to take a risk and start exploring the idea of a relationship with someone. You want to explore the idea of bringing love into your life through another person. But it's in reverse. which is suggesting to me there's a lot of fear attached to that. It's almost like this is not the right time for any of this sort of thing. Now is the time for something else. You're closing a lot of doors right now. Are you sure you want to open one just now while you're closing so many? You need to make sure you know which doors are going to be staying open and which ones aren't. It might be really quite a emotionally tangled time just now for you. You're going through a massive transformation, remember. Like this time period is a transformational time period for Sagittarians. You are closing the doors. Maybe it's not the right time to go on Tinder, okay? Maybe delete the app for a bit. You know, give your number to folk who you think that might be worthwhile, and then just delete the app, and then just like put some energy into yourself for a while. Go and do things that you want to do, and don't start compromising on things you like. You're starting to learn who you are. There's no point in pulling someone else into that situation until you do know who you are. Okay. Let's see your shadow and ego. Oh. Five of Swords. Defeat. There's also conflict. Conflict that you did not win. Crossed with the Mages, and the Strife card came out as well. There was a conflict. You did not win it. You had desires, and it led to Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. That's strife and defeat. Conflict. There was a big conflict. And it was because of desire. You really, really wanted something. And you put a lot of energy into that thing you wanted. This is something you're hiding. You're not telling the world exactly how much energy you put into something you wanted, and it only ended in conflict. And you don't want anyone to know that, because you're ashamed of it. You're ashamed that you didn't win. Since your heart has been frozen over because you learned a truth and you're closing all these things over, these doors over to friends, you just don't want to tell the world that you've lost out again. You don't want that to be a vulnerability. You don't want to tell everyone that you keep on losing. Okay, well, the card for this overall part of the reading for your shadow and ego is Six of Swords in reverse. Sorry, Six of Wands in reverse. Sorry. Six of Wands in reverse. That's not getting the attention and not getting the praise that you deserve. I'm hearing attention. It is attention. The spotlight, you feel like someone should have put the spotlight on you. Someone should have given you the attention that you deserved when you needed it, and they didn't do that. And that caused this element of conflict, this defeat and this strife, because it was something you really wanted. What you're projecting to the world is that you were just unlucky in love. But it was so much more complex than that. I'm just unlucky in love. That's how you put it across. But it's like, I really wanted it. I put loads of energy into it, and I was defeated by the experience. Reason why, in the dynamic here, Priestess, intuition, higher mysteries, the mysteries of the world, spirituality, and the Ace of Cups. This was your lesson in self-love. You had to learn how to close the doors on connections that were no longer useful to you, even though you really wanted them there. You had to learn how to self-love, how to put energy into yourself, how to care for yourself. And sometimes that is closing the door on people who aren't good for you or who aren't able to help you. Or maybe take up your energy, you know? But you're kind of brushing it off, saying, it's just because I'm unlucky in love. And then we know that's not the true thing. Right. Let's see about your influences, obstacles working against you, and influences working in your favor. Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. Okay, influence is working in your favour. You're addressing the balance of your karma. This is all about karmic rebalancing. This is not, you've not done anything wrong necessarily, or not done anything to deserve it. You aren't fucked up in any kind of way. The universe had to address a balance in something. And what's coming up is that you're actually due a hefty dose of happy. So, there. Wheel in reverse, karma, readdressing the balance. Sun, a healthy dose of happy. You're going to get a big charge up. You're due something really, really good, Sag. Obstacles working against you is this wish. This wish is something from the past. Stars are suns from the sun's light. Suns from different distant galaxies and distant solar systems that are sending their light from millions of years ago to our eyes. That's what stars are. And this is something from the past, a wish from the past. You're holding on to a dream that you had that's not for you. The overall card for this part of the reading is the Eight of Pentacles. Learn the lessons. Learn the lessons. This is offered as a lesson. And you are learning it. This is what this process is. You're learning the lesson. You're allowing karma to be readdressed and having trust that something good will come to you because of this readdressing of the balance. Obstacles, you just got to let go of that desire, that dream and that wish from the past because it isn't actually for you anymore. You've got another thing going on, something that's more important. The reason why the influences and obstacles, Tower, and Nine of Pentacles. You didn't get something that you really, really wanted. And it tore everything down for you. But that was a readdressing of the balance, and you're due a big dose of happy soon if you just let go of this wish that you've had for a very long time. Let's get some advice for you, Sag. Noisy woods today. So, what we have here, 10 of Cups. You have a lot more than you actually think you have, you know? There's actually a lot of love in your life. You just need to find out where it is and you just need to allow it to come in. Knight of Pentacles. This is all movement towards a stable future for yourself. This is coming across as like writing and writing it down. It's suggesting writing it down. So what you're going through, what you're experiencing, write it down and address it. Like, there's a way for you to get these horrible feelings out, and that's one of them. Step into your power and start receiving that energy because it's really going to help you come up forward. And movement towards love. This is about moving inwards, sorry, there's people walking past. Just pause. Right, where was I? Knight of Cups, so movement towards love. When the time is right, you can work towards it, but you have to be in the state of, hey, you alright? Nosy. You can move towards love, but you have to be in this state of action, of being the most powerful Sag you can be. Writing it down is going to help. Right. Okay, that's what I have for you, Sag. I hope that helped. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you have a really lovely time. Much love.